Your alarm goes off. You reach for your phone before you even open your eyes. You scroll through notifications you do not need. You check the time even though the alarm just told you the time. You lie there for a few minutes doing nothing useful, feeling vaguely bad about it. And then the day begins. And somehow, even before it has properly started, it already feels like you are behind 300,000 years ago. A human being woke up every morning without an alarm, without a phone, without a schedule, without a single notification waiting for them. And somehow they were more awake, more alert, and more ready to face the day than most modern humans ever feel. This is what their mornings actually looked like, and why yours feels so wrong by comparison. The first thing to understand is how ancient humans woke up. They did not wake all at once. Research on modern hunter-gatherer tribes, the closest living comparison to how our ancestors lived, shows that waking was gradual. Not the violent interruption of an alarm, but a slow return to consciousness that matched the rising of the sun. The Hadza of Tanzania, one of the last true hunter-gatherer societies on Earth, typically begin to stir before dawn, as the sky lightens almost imperceptibly. Their bodies have been tracking the light all night, not sleeping through it, not blocking it out, responding to it. The way every human body was designed to respond before we invented curtains and darkness and artificial light that confuses the brain into thinking it is always midnight the moment they were awake. They moved. Not to a kitchen, not to a coffee machine, not to a screen, but outside, into the air, into the light. Morning sun on the skin is not just pleasant. It is biological. Exposure to natural light within the first hour of waking resets the circadian clock, triggers the suppression of melatonin, and begins the cortisol awakening response. A natural surge of cortisol that acts as the body's own internal stimulant, sharpening focus and preparing the body for the demands of the day. Ancient humans got this every single morning, automatically, simply by walking outside. Modern humans sit in artificially lit rooms and wonder why they cannot wake up properly, why they need 3 coffees to feel human, why their concentration does not arrive until midday. But the single most important thing ancient humans did in the first hour of the morning was something that almost no modern human does at all. They talked, not texted, not emailed, not scrolled through someone else's life from behind a glass screen. They sat together, the same people they slept near, the same people they would spend the day with, and they talked. Research on hunter-gatherer societies consistently shows that morning conversation was one of the most socially dense periods of the day. People shared what they dreamed. They discussed the plans for the day. They processed what had happened the day before. They laughed. This was not idle chatter. This was social bonding at its most essential, the morning ritual that re-established the connections that kept the tribe functioning. Every morning, without fail. Because here is what ancient humans understood without ever being told: connection is not optional. It is not a luxury you fit in when you have time. It is a biological requirement. The human brain has a social regulation system that works much the same way the body's temperature regulation system does. When you are cold, your body shivers. When you are socially disconnected, your brain generates distress signals. Low mood, heightened anxiety, a vague and unshakable sense that something is wrong. And the antidote is the same as warmth is to cold: contact, presence, real conversation with real people. Ancient humans got this every morning by default. Modern humans scroll through the highlight reels of people they barely know and wonder why they feel more alone after than before. After that first hour, the light, the movement, the conversation, the ancient morning had a structure that modern science would now describe as almost perfectly optimized. The hunt or the forage, if it was happening, began in the cool of the early morning, when temperatures were manageable and animals were active. This meant that the most physically demanding work of the day was done when the body was at its most alert, its cortisol levels at their natural peak, its muscles warmed by movement and sun, not at 9 in the morning in a climate-controlled office under fluorescent lights. Not sitting still while the most alert hours of the human biological day tick past. Moving, working, fully alive in their bodies. And here is the part that almost nobody talks about. Ancient humans did not start their mornings in a state of anxiety. They did not wake up already worried about things that had not happened yet. They did not check their messages and immediately absorb 12 pieces of information their nervous system would have to process before breakfast. The ancient brain woke up every morning essentially clean, not carrying the weight of yesterday's unresolved notifications, not preloaded with the anxiety of the coming day's demands. The morning was genuinely new, and that newness was not taken for granted. It was used. Think about what you carry into your first 5 minutes of the day. The news from last night, the email you did not answer, the meeting you are dreading, the thing someone said 3 days ago that you are still turning over. Ancient humans carried none of this, not because their lives were easy, they were not, but because their worries were real and immediate, and when they were not immediately present, they were not there at all. The brain that evolved over millions of years was not designed to carry abstract future worry. It was designed to respond to what was actually happening. And in the morning, what was actually happening was the day beginning. And the day beginning was enough. You were never supposed to start your morning behind a screen. You were never supposed to receive 17 pieces of information before you have seen the sun. You were never supposed to be already mentally exhausted before you have moved your body. Your morning was supposed to be light and movement and the faces of people you love and a conversation that made you feel like you belong somewhere. Every uncomfortable feeling you have in the first hour of the day, the grogginess, the anxiety, the sense of being overwhelmed before you have even started, is your ancient body telling you that this morning does not look like a morning was supposed to look. It is not too late to change that. You do not need to hunt for your breakfast, but you could put the phone down. You could step outside before you look at a screen. You could talk to someone before you scroll. You could give your morning back to the part of you that remembers what a morning was supposed to be. Your ancestors did it every single day, for 300,000 years, and they woke up ready.